All right, good day, everybody. We'll begin the webinar in just a few minutes. All right, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our webinar. My name is Andy Firmin. I am an independent benefits broker. Firmin Insurance Benefits is a leading agency helping businesses and individuals protect their financial wellness. Today, we are presenting affordable and flexible medical and supplemental plans, presented by Chicha Sanders from the Mass Health Connector for Business and Ted McNeil from Colonial Life. As a leading independent broker, Firmin Insurance Benefits is proud to be a certified broker with the Mass Connector for Business. We have a well-established relationship with Colonial. Thank you both for presenting today, and thank you to all the participants for joining the discussion. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the Q&A or chat features. We are broadcasting today using Zoom webinar, and as such, only panelist video and audio is turned on. All video and audio for participants is disabled. Our first presenter today is Chicha Sanders. Chicha is the Associate Director with the Mass Health Connector for Business. The Massachusetts Connector is a great place for small businesses to buy affordable health and dental insurance for their employees. The Health Connector for Business is the state's group market exchange. It is easy for employers and their employees to shop, compare, and choose the right health insurance plans most applicable to their situation and needs. There are no membership fees for small businesses that use the Connector as their source for group coverage, and you can buy coverage directly through the Connector or through your broker. Chaitra, welcome and thank you. It's all yours.
Thanks so much, Andrew, for having me today. And thank you for letting me present on the Health Connector for Business. So today I'm just going to explain how the Health Connector for Business provides affordable, flexible health coverage. So just an overview of what we'll be talking about today, a little bit of what is the Health Connector for Business, followed by the savings that a business can get through comparison shopping, as well as our exclusive flexible choices for employees, our exclusive rebates through ConnectWell, our exclusive small business healthcare tax credit, and then how to get started. I use a lot of exclusive. So what is the Health Connector for Business? So we are, as Andy stated, we are the state marketplace. And through our marketplace, we allow small businesses with 1 to 50 employees the ability to actually shop for plans through all the leading insurers in Massachusetts. Through our shopping marketplace, we actually provide exclusive cost savings and flexible choice benefits. And as you see here on the screen, many of you are familiar with these carriers' names. They are the leading insurers here in Massachusetts. So what are some of the benefits of utilizing the Health Connector for Business? The Health Connector, we actually seek to maximize access and affordability for small employers in Massachusetts. And to achieve these goals, we actually offer a range of dimensions, starting with one-stop shopping solution. So the Health Connector for Business is the only place where small groups in Massachusetts can access every single leading carrier in the Massachusetts marketplace, as well as Altus and Delta Dental. So it's a one-stop shop. We also offer competitive premiums. Small businesses find that they can save on average about 20% before any rebates by utilizing the Health Connector for Business. And that's through their ability to quote and compare plans all in one place. There's also our wellness rebate program. This is an exclusive option, which I'll talk a little bit more about in detail a little later, but it's an opportunity for employers to receive back 15% of what they contribute into health insurance premiums for the year if their employees participate in one of our 30 pre-approved wellness activities. There's also our flexible employee choice models. This is another exclusive option through the Health Connector for Business. It's designed to allow employers to offer choice to their employees to shop for different plans, while at the same time controlling the cost that the employer puts out for the health insurance. There are also free certified brokers to assist with your insurance purchase. There's actually currently over 420 certified brokers available to help employers. Andrew here is one of those certified brokers. And the other thing that I would like to state is, as the state marketplace, employers can feel secure that all of the plans that they are choosing from on the Health Connector for Business actually meet the federal and state coverage requirements. So after we've done a couple of surveys from employers, we have found that there are some top reasons for choosing Health Connector for Business. And what we have found those top reasons is the employee choice models. So the ability to offer flexible choice to your employees while keeping your costs constant. There's also the rebate, ConnectWell, the ability to receive back 15% on what you put into your employees' premiums if 33% of your employees can complete a pre-approved wellness activity during the benefit year. There's also a small business healthcare tax credit. This is a healthcare tax credit designed by the federal government that is only available to employers who shop through a state marketplace. And again, the Massachusetts Health Connector for Business is the state marketplace here in Massachusetts. And as Andrew pointed out, there are no fees or membership dues to utilize the Health Connector for Business. Only the premiums need to be paid. So I'd like to discuss the employee choice models. And again, I just want to point out, this is an exclusive option that is only available through the Health Connector for Business. And the goal of the employee choice models is to allow for employers to control their costs while providing multiple insurance options to their employees. Now, I just want to point out that it may seem like, oh, wow, we're going to offer all these options. Isn't that going to be hard for the employees? It won't be hard because everything is online. So employees will be able to easily compare their options and choose a plan that best fits their needs in their own online account through comparison shopping. Okay, so I just wanted to point out that there are 3 different types of employee choice models. They are called one plan, one carrier, one level. I'm going to describe them in 2 ways. First, I'm going to describe them as pizza, very generalized, so everyone understands where it's coming from. And then I'm going to describe them in health insurance premium description. So how does one plan work? So imagine you and your employee decide to share the cost of a pizza. Under one plan, you would actually make all of the decisions. You would say to this employee, you would say, we're going to get you, the employee, a $10 pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria down the block. So you'll choose the pizzeria, you'll choose the pizza, and then you will agree to pay a certain share. In this case, let's say you agree to pay for half of the cost of that pepperoni pizza. Therefore, the employee will receive the whole pizza that you decided on, but you're going to pay for $5 of it. The employee will pay for the other $5. But in this case, the employee has to get the pepperoni pizza from the pizzeria down the block. You made that decision for the employee. Let's look at it in health insurance speak. So this is an example of the carriers across the top that are available and the metal tiers that are available. The metal tiers, obviously, the higher the tier, the less out-of-pocket cost, but the higher the premium. So in this case, if you as the employer decide that the employees are going to have access to this gold plan from this particular carrier, and you're going to pay a certain percentage for it, that is the only plan that the employees will have access to. So that's how one plan works. Let's move along to one carrier. So how does one carrier work? So let's pretend you agree to pay for a share of a pizza pie for your employee again. The employee is going to get the whole pie, but you're going to share the cost of it. How does one carrier work? So what you will tell this employee is you will say, you can get a pizza from the pizzeria down the block. So you as the employer just chose the pizzeria. The business, you as the business owner, agree to pay for half of the cost of, in this case, the $10 pepperoni pizza again. So you're saying to this employee, I'm going to give you $5 towards a pizza. You do not have to get the pepperoni pizza. You can get any pizza from the pizzeria down the block. Take the $5 I gave you and put it towards the pizza that you want. So actually, right, if this employee decided to buy a cheese pizza, it's probably going to be less money. Maybe it'll be $8. So you have given them the $5 towards the cost of the pepperoni pizza. That means if that employee wanted the cheese pizza, they pay $3. Or maybe they're just going to go with the pepperoni pizza that you offered them, and they just take the other $5 and put their $5 towards it. Or maybe they want to buy up and get a Supreme. If they want to get a Supreme, the Supreme might be $15. You gave them $5 towards the pepperoni pizza, so now they would have to spend the other $10 to get the Supreme. So let's look at that in health insurance speak. So under one carrier, for if you were offering health insurance, you would go ahead and offer everyone the same carrier. The business would contribute into one of the metal tiers within that carrier, and then the employee can actually buy the benefit tier that best suits their needs for out-of-pocket costs. So for instance, someone in your company might not need as much coverage, so they might want to buy down to one of the silver plans. Or maybe someone has some surgeries coming up or some medical needs, they might want to buy up to maybe a gold or platinum. Depending on which one you paid into, that is like the allowance, the budget that you're offering into the plan, and then the employees can take that percentage and utilize it to buy within that carrier from any tier. Let's talk about one level now. So one level is when you decide to, again, share the cost of a pizza with your employee. So you say to your employee, I'm going to share the cost of a pizza. In this case, I'm going to share the cost of a pepperoni pizza with you. So you've decided what kind of pizza the employee must get. They must get a pepperoni pizza. You have decided that the business can afford to pay into the $10 pepperoni pizza from down the block. Let's just say it's the same pizzeria down the block. So $10 pepperoni pizza, you're going to pay for half of it, $5. But maybe your employee doesn't want that pizza from that pizzeria. They now have the $5 from that cost of that pizzeria, and they can buy a pepperoni pizza from any pizzeria available to them and use that $5. The only thing is they have to buy a pepperoni pizza. Let's look at that in health insurance. So in health insurance, what would happen is you as the employer, the decision maker, would decide what metal tier you are offering all the employees. Then you would pay into one of the carrier's plans from that tier, and then employees would be allowed to buy across that tier from all the carriers, therefore allowing an employee to find the carrier that has their doctor in the network. So this is really the opportunity for you to provide health insurance to your employees, but then let them shop around for which carrier actually has their doctor in the network. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about ConnectWell. ConnectWell is our exclusive rebate program. It is designed as a wellness program, and businesses can qualify for ConnectWell if they have 25 or fewer enrolled employees, and also if they have not received this rebate already for 3 years. So there is a limit. You can get this rebate up to 3 years. To participate, employees can actually choose from more than 30 qualifying wellness activities. And the key here is employers receive the 15% rebate on their contributions towards premiums if they can get 33% of the enrolled employees to participate in a wellness activity during the benefit year. What we found was the average ConnectWell rebate was actually more than $2,900 in the year 2020. Employees are also incentivized. Those who participate participate and their activity gets approved, receive a $100 Visa gift card. And I just want to state that this is money back. It's not money off of the next plan year. Am I moving along to the next screen? All right. So as I told you, there's 30, actually more than 30 pre-approved wellness activities, because we actually have added on a couple of at-home activities recently because of, you know, the situation that we're currently in. And just to give you an idea, here's a little bit of the activities that are mentioned on our website that employees can participate in. And they are focused on mind, body, and money. So mental, physical, and financial health. And as you can see here, there's some things that they can do here: meditation, yoga, go to their doctor for a well visit, join a student loan planning or end of life planning. There's a lot more options in this. This was just a sample of the ones to show you. Okay. So, during the process of receiving the ConnectWell rebate during the year, the Health Connector for Business makes sure to keep employers and employees aware of where they are in the process. So if you are an eligible group, meaning you have 25 or fewer employees enrolled at initial enrollment, and you also have not received this rebate for up to 3 years already, you are auto-enrolled. You do not have to ask to be enrolled. We auto-enroll you. So that first step is out of the way. You don't have to put to that. We email employees, also we email employers, but in the big sense, we tell the employees about their opportunity to receive the $100 Visa reward gift card by participating in one of these wellness activities. Once the employee completes an activity successfully, we send out their gift card right away, so they can talk about it to their coworkers and tell them that they got this gift card, and then the next coworker will do it if they're part of it. Once your group has reached 33% participation, we will send you an email to let you know that your group has reached 33% participation or more. But we also will email you every other month to let you know where you are at as far as participation, so that you can mention it to your employees to participate in receiving a $100 Visa gift card. At the year end, we'll review the rebate and actually send you a check for up to 15% of what you contributed into your employees' annual premium. So just to let you know, this is a real thing. ConnectWell does exist. We actually delivered one of these big giant checks to employer when we were doing like a across the state marketing campaign, and this was delivered to Marcy Berger, the owner of Clean Properties. And she actually made a quote during the presentation of this check that she said, "We heard that there would be a 15% rebate." And I said, "Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it." And here it is. One of my favorite quotes. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the small business healthcare tax credit, another exclusive option available in the Health Connector for Business. So I just want to state, I'm not going to get too deep into this. I'm not sure if Andy would be able to get any deeper in this. This is really something that you want to refer to your accountant, your tax professional about, but it is something that you want to think about. Small businesses that enroll on a state marketplace, so again, we are the state marketplace, might have the accessibility to be eligible for up to a 50% tax credit through this federal tax credit for small business healthcare. And what it is you have to be enrolled on a state marketplace. So that's the first thing. So that's the reason I mentioned this, is because if you're on the Health Connector, you might want to speak to your tax professional about this, because there are some other requirements that are listed, such as you have to cover at least 50% of the cost of insurance. You have to have fewer than 25 full-time equivalent employees. And there actually has to be an average salary about $53,000 or a year or less. So there's a lot more information on this. It is at the irs.gov website, which is listed here on this page. But again, this is one of those things. You buy health insurance on our state marketplace, Health Connector for Business, mention this to your tax professional and see if you might be eligible for it. It's worth bringing up a conversation. So now that you've heard about the exclusive benefits, the exclusive cost savings, the options available to you as a employer. How would you get started? So we can enroll small businesses the first of any month, and the plan year will renew on the anniversary date the next year. So you get a full benefit year. So for instance, you enroll on May 1st, you renew on May 1st of the following year. But we do have some very important timelines that you want to follow and deadlines. First, of course, I told you everything's online, so it's very simple. You would come to the website, and what you would do is you'd want to offer your health plan to your employees through your online account by the 10th of the month previous to the month that you want enrollment to start. So for instance, anyone shopping right now for April 1st would want to offer their employees health insurance plans to them by March 10th. Then the employees will create their own accounts and enroll or waive with a valid waiver no later than the 20th. So in this case, if they wanted coverage on April 1st, they would need to enroll or waive with a valid waiver before March 20th. We ask for the first online payment to be made no later than the 23rd, and then coverage will start on the 1st of the month in which it's supposed to start. So in this case, pay by March 23rd, coverage will start on April 1st. So those are deadlines. We move to the next screen. Great. Now, you might not be ready to look yet at the deadlines. You might want to shop around, see what's available to you. We have this great anonymous browse tool at the website on this page that's up here, the business.mahealthconnected.org get a quote page. And this is a page that will give you an idea of what your group might pay. And it's very minimal information that you might need to show. As for instance, you would only need to show when you want the health insurance, your industry code, and the zip code of the business. For employees information, you really would only need the employee and their family members' date of birth, what kind of coverage they're looking for. What you'll see when you run this anonymous browse tool is rates for all of the employees enrolling. They will be full premium. So before, when I was talking about the $5 towards the pizza, what you would be looking at is the whole cost of the pizza, if that was the case. So like I told you, it's a quick way to get an idea of what you might be looking at before you start an application. Next. And then there are always our helpful brokers that are available to you to help you make the right choice. Again, like I said before, the Health Connector has over 420 certified brokers on our platform, and it's growing every day. Please remember that to reach out to a broker and utilize them for Health Connector for Business lines of business, they are free to use. They are able to put together easy cost estimates. So you saw that anonymous browse tool you were looking at. They'll be able to actually provide many cost estimates to you, also looking at what your percentages you will be putting in. And you don't even need to create an account yet. They can run these for you. Also, brokers, this is their business. This is what they do every day, in and out. So they are the experts on this. They can help you understand your plan options. They can help you compare what's available to you. And you both together can choose what's best for your group. Also, you're very busy business. So feel free to utilize brokers, because the brokers will be able to help you manage the enrollment process and actually help you through your account, your employee's account, and then you can actually go back to what you need to do for your business. Okay, so I would love to open this up for any questions, Andrew, that may have come across, and Andy, feel free to answer them too as a certified broker.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have a couple of questions, but I just want to highlight the use of a broker, because it is very easy for business owners to get on the Mass Connector site and to try to go on their own. I'll share two experiences with a couple of my clients. One is a landscape company here in the North Shore, landscape company with 5 employees. He was getting his coverage through the connector, but he was doing it himself. And when he started working with me, we were able to redesign his plan in such a way that not only did we lower each employee's deductibles and copays, we saved each employee $150 per month. we saved the business over $10,000 on their annual health care expense. While it is easy and very simple for you to get online and to do this yourself, like Chaitra said, we understand the business, we understand your industry, we understand your employees, and we can help design those plans to provide and maximize the affordability and flexibility. Similar situation, a business owner this past spring or fall rather, got on and was going to offer a platinum level plan for his employees because he didn't know any better. You're able to help him understand how he can contain his cost, but provide the flexibility of coverage through either a one carrier or one level option. Chaitra, we did have a couple of questions come through the chat. The first is, we have 75 to 150 employees yearly as seasonal company. However, there are only 42 non-union employees. All union employees get their benefits through their unions. Would we be considered eligible for Mass Health Connector for Business since our non-union employee count is under the 50 maximum?
So Andy, I'm sure you have dealt with questions like this also. At initial enrollment, is required that the employer have 50 or fewer equivalent employees. This is cross-checked by a wage report. So as long as at the initial enrollment on the wage report, you have 50 or fewer full-time equivalent employees, you can come on board. But that's based on the wage report.
Okay, so to clarify that, if they have 150 employees on the wage report, but 75 are not benefit eligible, would the company?
Unfortunately, no, because they are still considered full-time, or they would still go towards the equivalency. But like I said, it's at initial enrollment. So it sounds like it's seasonal, right? So if there's any downtime for this group that they are below 50, that would be the time that they would probably want to enroll based on that wage report. Or the employees, there are certain things where they're considered seasonal, and I apologize, I don't have the exact amount of hours, I apologize, but that is on our frequently asked question page, and I will certainly provide that to you, Andrew, so you can pass it along. So
Absolutely.
if they're seasonal, they might not be counted.
We'll forward that on to all interested participants. Another question came in. I'm a Massachusetts business with a few employees who are New Hampshire residents. Are the New Hampshire residents eligible for coverage?
Yes, so being on the Health Connector for Business is really based on where the business is. So the business has to be in Massachusetts. And now New Hampshire is one of the neighboring states. So that might not be needed of a PPO, but it might be needed of a PPO, it depends. PPO options are available through the one carrier model if needed. And again, you are saying New Hampshire, so they might be able to enroll in an HMO and see a Massachusetts doctor, I guess, depending on how close they are to the state line. But no, it does not matter where the employees are. There are options for them.
Perfect. And then I should have mentioned this in the beginning. Yes, this webinar is being recorded and a replay will be made available to all participants for future viewing. That's all the questions that we had come in for now. At this point, we'll move on to Ted McNeil. I'd like to introduce Ted real briefly, our next presenter. Ted is a district general agent with Colonial Life, a leader in voluntary and supplemental benefits. Ted's agency is a leader in the Massachusetts and New England area with over 570 existing commercial relationships covering more than 10,000 policies. Wow. Ted, you've been on fire. Colonial is the nation's largest enrollment firm, servicing more than 90,000 businesses from small Main Street family businesses to large corporations such as Southwest Airlines. Ted, now that we know how to offer health insurance, I'm excited to share with our viewers how some of the ancillary benefits can work with our major medical and help further protect employees' financial wellness. Take it away, bud.
Thanks, Andy. First of all, I wanted to just offer a quick shout out to Chaitra Sanders. That was a great presentation. I was unaware of some of those features and benefits that are available through the connector. So Nice job there. Andy, thank you for having me today. Andy, you're a great partner to Colonial Life. We've placed a lot of business through you over the years, and we really appreciate it. Welcome everybody, and thanks for joining. Just a quick little bit about myself. I've been with Colonial about 10 years. It's all I do. Supplemental benefits are that's all I do in the insurance space, and we've been enjoyed the ride over the last 10 years here in New England. A little bit about Colonial Life. Colonial's been in business over 80 years. As Andy mentioned, we service over 90,000 businesses, more than 4.5 million policyholders. When I first started with the company, those numbers were a lot lower. We've really grown over the last 10 years. And like I said, it's been a great ride. Our program does not increase costs to the business. It is a cost neutral program to roll out for your business, which makes it really desirable, and it's a popular program with small business owners because budget is always a concern. So we are not going to add cost to your company by rolling this out. Our company offers local claims and billing support. You do not have to call 1-800-COLONIAL. You can call us. We have local people, including Andy and his team, to help you around claims and billing support. We're also the nation's largest enrollment firm. Colonial Life enrolls more insurance product in the United States than any other single organization. It's not all Colonial business. Our agents also help our broker partners enroll health insurance and things of that nature. So that's a fact that I'm very proud of. Nobody enrolls more insurance product than Colonial Life through the United States. And we're high touch, high service. That's a differentiator for us compared to our competitors, quite honestly. If you bring in Colonial Life into your business, it will be an active and engaging process going forward. It's not one and done. We will be there. We believe in servicing our accounts and creating a relationship with the business owner. More than 50% of our accounts have been with us 5 or more years. So we tend to retain our relationships. So what are voluntary benefits? Most of you are probably familiar with what we offer, but think of us as a supplemental benefits carrier. When we engage a business owner or a decision maker within an organization, we will do a discovery to find out what kind of core benefits you have in place, but our goal is not to replace what you have. It's typically to find out where the gaps are. Where is your core benefits package lacking? Where can we help fill in a gap and offer some value to your business? So supplemental insurance is typically one way we're described. Other buzzwords are voluntary benefits or ancillary benefits. So that's what we do. We fill in the gaps and not replace typically. So can move to the next slide, Andy. So as far as our product portfolio, it's really divided into 3 different segments of product, and I'm going to touch briefly on each one. Our product, I'll call it our lead product, is disability. It's our second most popular product in the United States, next to our accident insurance, which I'll touch on in a minute. In the state of Massachusetts, where I believe most of you have your businesses are located, our disability program is now a supplement to the Paid Family Medical Leave Act. So as you all know, we have a state disability plan now that benefits just became accessible to your employees on January 1st. Our disability program is a supplement to that. So we will, the first and foremost, if we're invited into your business, we will educate the employees on the paid family medical leave benefits so that every employee will understand exactly what is available to them through the state, what it covers. Even though you've already told them all this, it's good for them to hear it from a third party. And then we'll offer a disability supplement, either a plan to overlap their state benefits in the event that they're a high wage earner and the state benefit doesn't cover enough, or an extension of the state benefit where we can offer to place a plan that will start when the state benefit ends at week 21 and take them out to either 1 or 2 years. So that's our primary offer in Massachusetts, is a disability supplement and helping to educate people on the state benefits. The second part of our portfolio is life insurance. We offer term and whole life insurance products. The advantage of having these benefits rolled out to your employees is they get the benefit of group payroll rates. The underwriting isn't so tedious as it is in the individual marketplace. Basically, when the employee sits with our benefits counselor to consider life insurance, they will know if they qualify for the life insurance right there on the spot, and if they go ahead and choose to enroll, they will get the policy. There's no long applications, no tedious consults at night with an insurance agent. It's done at the work site, 5 or 10 minutes. You go through your options, and you'll know if you qualify for the product or not. Our whole life, we offer a guaranteed issue whole life up to a certain face amounts based on age for every employee. For every employee will have a guaranteed issue offer on life insurance with Colonial Life. So just that we covered the disability and the life insurance, and I'm keeping it high level here. I also wanted to touch on another segment, our third and final segment, which is a segment of product known as supplemental health. Those products, there's 4 products in that segment: accident insurance, cancer insurance, critical illness insurance, and hospital indemnity insurance. All 4 are designed to do the same thing, which is to help offset the out-of-pocket costs that are associated with an illness or an injury. Health insurance does not cover everything. We all know this. There's co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles, etc. There's always unexpected out-of-pocket costs when we get sick or hurt. So these plans, these 4 plans, are designed to help offset that financial duress that is going to be occur in the event an employee has an illness or an accident. We can move to the next slide, Andy. So this is an illustration called Jack and Jill. What we're doing here is we're showing 2 people, Jack, who created a financial safety net for himself with Colonial Life products. I'm sorry, Jill, who created a financial safety net for herself with Colonial Life products, and Jack, who did not. So both Jack and Jill had full health insurance coverage, hopefully through the Massachusetts connector. But Jill built a safety net for herself by purchasing some Colonial Life plans, and Jack did not. Jack decided he didn't need these products. Both Jack and Jill earned $60,000 a year, and both were injured and missed 1 month of work. So if you look at the charts, if you look at Jill's chart, Jill was paid over $8,000 directly to her by Colonial Life to help offset her out-of-pocket costs, because both Jack and Jill had $5,000 in out-of-pocket costs associated with their injury. Jack, however, because he chose to not enroll in the Colonial Life plans, he had to come up with $5,000. he had a deductible. He had co-insurance and co-pays and lost wages that amounted to $5,000 in out-of-pocket costs. So Jack, faced with $5,000 in unexpected bills, Jill actually had a $3,000 surplus that she could use to help to maybe go on a vacation or something. She had enough money to pay her $5,000 out-of-pocket cost and $3,000 left over. So that's really a good illustration of the importance of our supplemental health products. Again, accident insurance, cancer insurance, critical illness insurance, and hospital indemnity. So thank you, Andy. Next slide, please. So when we go forward with a business, like I said, there's no cost associated to going forward with Colonial Life. We also have no minimum participation requirements associated with our program. That is an important distinction. Some of our competitors will have a minimum participation requirement that they need to hit. Colonial eliminates all that. We have also another thing that we do for our clients that's unique. We will offer a complimentary benefit to our clients just for going forward with our program and encouraging their employees to take that one-to-one consult with us to get educated the right way on what we have. So we offer complimentary benefits. I'm going to go over 3 of them right now. The first one is a health and wellness discount card called Well Card. This is a super valuable benefit. I use it myself. You sign up for the benefit online. It's free. All you have to do is sit with the Colonial Life Benefits Counselor to get one, and you do not have to purchase a Colonial plan to get these complimentary benefits. So the employee sits down with us, gets the Well Card, and they sign up online, and they get access to terrific discounts around prescription drugs, out-of-pocket medical or dental expenses, and vision expenses. You get 20% off your glasses. On dental, if you don't have dental insurance, you're going to get access to the DentaMax network, which will lower your dental cost by about 40%, and some other things as well. Another complimentary value add that we offer our clients, and this one is for employees with 10 or more benefits eligible. The second one is a complimentary $10,000 accidental death and dismemberment insurance policy. So every employee who sits for a consult with a Colonial Life Benefits Counselor gets a $10,000 accidental death policy for free, just for listening to what we have to say. They do not have to enroll in a Colonial Life plan to get that benefit. And then another complimentary benefit we offer is, and this is a huge one right now. We are offering a complimentary HRIS technology platform that will help a small business transition from paper onboarding and benefits administration to electronic onboarding and benefits administration for their employees. For example, a small business might be, when they have a new hire, they might be filling out their W-9 forms and their I-9 forms and other forms on paper in dealing with illegibility errors, lost paperwork, a fax is not going through. Same on their health insurance. They may be doing health insurance applications on paper and dealing with these same problems and issues. So we can offer a system where we will transition the client from paper to an electronic system for managing their new hire onboarding system, their employee benefit administration, not just Colonial Life products, but all of their core benefits we will put into the system for them and create an electronic enrollment system. And it can also be used for PTO tracking, asset tracking, and it also can be integrated with your payroll system. So this system is called Employee Navigator. We offer it at no cost to every client, no matter what size, if they want it, and we will also train them to use it to some degree. Okay, so that is, those are our value adds. That is really a high level overview of Colonial Life's products and services. Really pleased to be here. Thanks again, Andy, for inviting me. Thanks for all the participants today on this webinar. So thanks again, and that's all I got.
Ted, thanks so much for that overview. It seems
Sure.
like fitting the voluntary and the supplemental plans is a great way to add some additional value into a well-rounded benefits package for the small organizations. One question did come up when you were discussing the disability and the PFML. And we're actually, my agency is actually going to be holding a webinar next month on this topic. But Ted, can you touch real briefly on what Colonial Life is doing to have disability coexist with the paid family medical leave? How does that interact? How do those two things interact with each other?
Okay, so the paid family medical leave, Andy, as you know, covers we'll call them the rank and file, the lower wage earners, at about 80% of their income, but that's on a sliding scale. The more they make, the lower it is. So, and then it's capped at $850 a week. So the most you can get from the state disability plan is $850 a week. So the plan that Colonial came out with is designed to do two things. It will overlap the state plan for the higher wage earners. For example, somebody might be making $2,000 a week. That $850 cap is going to have a financial impact on them if they're disabled. They're not going to be able to survive financially on $850 a week. We can offer a supplement, closing that gap from the $850 a week to about 80% of their income. So we can offer a plan. It might be another $850 a week for somebody who makes about $2,000 a week, for example. We can offer that plan, and it will take them. It will pay over and above what the state plan will pay. Then we can also offer everybody, low wage earners, high wage earners, everybody, a plan that will extend the state benefits out to either 1 or 2 years. So the state benefit plan ends at 20 weeks. That's the longest it will pay. So if there's a catastrophic situation where somebody is disabled for longer than that, we can offer to protect somebody from that happening. We can offer a plan that will start on week 21 and will take them out to either 1 or 2 years at 60% of their income. And those are the two options that we have, and an employee can choose both. For example, a high wage earner can choose to have an overlap supplement to make sure their head will stay above water during those first 20 weeks, and they can opt into the extension as well.
Great. So there's a plan that Colonial has come out with that will increase the state PFML payment without providing overinsurance or without paying the employee more than they would earn at work, which I think
Correct.
is a really important topic for not only business owners, but employees as well. Is that correct?
That's right.
Perfect.
That is correct. So we will close the gap for a high wage earner. We will close the gap from that $850 a week where the state plan is capped up to 80% of their income. So both the state plan and the Colonial Life supplement together cannot exceed 80%.
Perfect. Yeah, we are planning a webinar next month on this topic because as an agency, we've been fielding a lot of questions on that and there's a lot of confusion. Ted, the next question that came in was, you mentioned you do one-on-one enrollment with folks. How do you handle that now? A lot of employers and employees are still working virtually and likely will be for some time to come.
Yeah, great question, Andy. So as far as our enrollment process, that has changed to some degree during the pandemic. We always offer, first I should say, in normal times, we always recommend that our benefits counselor comes on site and meets face-to-face with every employee. Now, during the pandemic, we still offer that to the companies that are comfortable with that. We follow the CDC guidelines as far as wearing masks and social distancing. So we're still doing on-site enrollments where applicable, or where the client feels comfortable and that's what they want. But just as often, if not more often, we're doing virtual enrollments using a platform like Global Meet, Zoom, or Join Me. We will actually have an interactive experience with the employee, where our enrollment software is in front of both the benefits counselor and the employee. They are sharing a screen, sharing a mouse, and it's very similar to the situation where they're actually sitting next to each other. It's just a virtual experience, and we're able to take their elections and their waivers and enroll them in the complementary benefits, educate them on the state benefit plan, all virtually using our technology platform.
Fantastic. Yeah, because I think equally important, if not more important than the plan designs or what solutions are being offered, is the education and the communication, and then the enrollment piece. One final question that came in before we wrap up, and Chaitra, I think I might toss this one over to you. It comes around with enrollment periods. What are the enrollment periods? When can employers sign up for connector plans? Is there a certain time of year?
No, so there's no open or closed enrollment period for the Health Connector for Business. An employer can enroll the first of any month for a new plan for their group. And that would, so I believe I said it in the presentation, but reiterate, if they enroll on the first of, say, April 1st, they will renew on their anniversary date of April 1st. So they do get a full benefit year, but there is no closed or open enrollment period. It starts on the first of any month for a small business.
Great. And then conversely, if they enroll on, say, October 1st, do they re-enroll on a new plan January 1st or April 1st, or does it go the full
No,
calendar year in that
it
situation?
would be their full benefit year. So if they enroll on October 1st, they would renew on October 1st of the next year. And it is an actually very smooth renewal process. We actually set them up in their account with the same plan set up, or a very similar plan set up if that plan is no longer available in the new year. And then they can go ahead and let it passively renew if no changes are made, or they can go ahead and make changes and offer employees a new plan for the next year. But again, everything is done online.
That's fantastic. That's great. And thank you both, Chaitra and Ted. And I want to thank everybody for joining today. I appreciate you being here and listening to Chaitra talk about the Mass Health Connector for Business, and Ted McNeil from Colonial Life. As Firmin Insurance and Benefits is proud to be a certified broker of the Mass Connector, and we are thrilled with the relationship that we've built with Colonial Life in helping protect your employees and your organization and everybody's financial wellness. Stay well and stay healthy, everybody. Thank you.